We shall see the next problem on helical gear. So in this problem also they are not given the diameter. This is a unknown diameter type. Design a helical gear pair to transmit power of 15 kilowatt from a shaft rotating at 1000 rpm to another shaft to run at 360 rpm. Assume involute profile with a pressure angle of 20 degree. The material of the pinion is forged steel SAE 1030 whose stresses is equal to 172.375 MPa, and the material for gear is cast steel 0.2% C untreated with the allowable stresses 137.4 MPa. The gears operate under a condition of medium shocks for a period of 10 hours per day. Click for the dynamic load if load factor C is equal to 580 Newton per mm, and also for wear load. Here they are asking us to design the entire helical gear pair, and they are given the power as 15 kilowatt. They have given the speed of both pinion and gear. The speed of pinion is N1 1000 rpm, and the speed of gear is N2, it is 360 rpm. Assume involute profile with a pressure angle of 20 degree. Pressure angle alpha is equal to 20 degree. Full depth involute we shall take. The material of the pinion is forged steel whose stresses is sigma D1 172.375 MPa, and the material for gear is 137.4 MPa. The gears operate under a condition of medium shock for a period of 10 hours per day. So for this condition we shall refer the CS from data handbook while solving the problem. Check for dynamic load. Dynamic load is FD. C they have given as 580 Newton per mm, and also for wear load they are asking us to find the wear load also. So before proceeding with the problem, they have given the speeds of both pinion and gear, so we shall find the gear ratio I. Gear ratio I is equal to N1 by N2. So 1000 divided by 360, the gear ratio we will get as 2.78. The gear ratio is found to be 2.78. Next we shall find the weaker member. So before proceeding with the problem, we need to assume some angles. This is a helical gear problem and they have not given the helix angle beta. So we shall assume helix angle beta as 25 degree, and the teeth is as I am going to assume the number of teeth as 20 on the pinion Z1, because in this problem they are not given the diameter. So even if we don't have the number of teeth, then we cannot solve the problem. So we should have either of the value, either the number of teeth or diameter. This problem is an unknown diameter type, so I am going to assume the number of teeth as 20. Now by using gear ratio Z2 is equal to I Z1, I can find the number of teeth on gear. 2.78 into 20, Z2 is 55.6, we will approximate it to 56. And now we shall find the number of virtual number of teeth from data handbook. The virtual number of teeth in the equivalents per gear or the formative number of teeth. So here this is a helical gear, page number 211. Z is equal to Z by cos cube beta. ZE1 is equal to Z1 by cos cube beta. Z1 is 20, beta is 25 degree. So ZE1 is 26.86. We shall approximate this to 27. Similarly, ZE2 is equal to, here I'll put Z2. Z2 is 56 divided by cos cube 25. So ZE2 is equal to 75. Now we'll find the value of y. From page number 204, we shall consider the value of y. For in the problem, the given is 20 degree full depth involute. So for 20 degree involute system, we'll take the value of y as 0.154 minus 0.912 by z. Equation 12.5D, page number 204. Y1, now I am going to check the weaker member, so I will find y1 and y2 both. Here for y1 in this type of problem we have to put ZE, not Z, we have to put ZE. 0.154 minus 0.912 by, for y1 I will put ZE1. ZE1 is 27. So y1 is 0.12. Similarly, I will find y2. ZE2 is 75. So y2 is 0.1418. Now I will find sigma D1 y1, 172.375 into 0.1202, 20.72 MPa. Similarly, sigma D2 y2 is equal to 137.34 into 0.1418. Sigma D2 y2 is equal to 19.48 MPa. So on comparing, sigma D2 y2 is less than sigma D1 y1. Therefore, design is based on gear. Here the values for gear is less, so design is based on gear. Now we will find the module Mn. To find the module, we need to take the equation from data handbook. Here, strength of helical gears, page number 214. There is an equation for module. Here there are two equations. We shall take the second equation. So this equation is from 12.24b, page number 214. We shall find the power. Power they have given already. We shall find the torque. Power given is 15 kilowatt is equal to 2 pi. Here we have to take N2 because gear is weaker. The value of MT is for 15 I need to write into 10 power 3, or I will write 10 power 3 here because it is kilowatt. MT is 397.88 Newton meter. The value of MT is 397.88 Newton meters. Now I'll assume the value of K as 15 and assume K is equal to 15 and CV is equal to 0.5. Similarly, CW, I will consider CW as 1.15. So this is from table 12.21. There is a table 12.21, wear and lubrication factor for CW for enclosed gas continuously lubricated with oil. I'll take 1.15 from table 12.21, page number 241. Y is equal to pi y2, that is pi into 0.1418. It is 0.4455. Now we will find the module Mn. Two into 397.88 into 10 power 3 into 1.15 into cos 25 divided by 137.34 into 0.5 into 15 into 0.4455 into 56. Here I have converted the value 397.88 into 10 power 3 Newton mm. The value 397.88 is Newton meter, so I have multiplied by 10 power 3 to get it in Newton mm. Now the module which I will get from this equation is 3.18 mm. We shall refer the table from standard table. There is a table 12.2 recommended series of modules 3, 4. I will consider 4 mm. 4 mm from table 12.2, page number 229. Now once we get the module, we can find the diameter of both pinion and gear. So pitch circle diameter of pinion is given by the formula. Page number 211. Pitch circle diameter D is equal to Zm by cos beta. This is the formula for diameter. D1 is equal to Z1 Mn by cos beta. The value of Z1 is 20, Mn is 4, cos beta is 25 degree. So the value of D1 we are getting as 88.27 mm. We shall approximate this value to 90 mm. This is D1. Similarly, we shall find the value of D2 by using gear ratio I into D1. I have considered the gear ratio I is equal to D2 by D1. So D2 is equal to I into D1. The value of I is 2.78 into D1 is 90. The value of D1 is 90. So the D2 value is 250 mm. Next, now we shall find the value of face width B. Face width B is equal to K into Mn. K we had assumed as 15. So 15 into Mn. Mn is 4. B is equal to 60 mm. Similarly, we shall find the value of B minimum. B minimum is obtained from data handbook. We need to refer data handbook, page number 213, 12.23b. Here you can see, according to AGMA, the minimum face width B. AGMA is American Gear Manufacturers Association. AGMA is the abbreviation for. The minimum face width is B minimum is equal to 1.15 pi mn by sin beta. We shall take this formula. Equation 12.23b, page number 213. B minimum is equal to 1.15 pi mn. Mn is 4 sin beta. The value of beta is 25 degree. So B minimum is equal to 34.2 mm. So B is greater than B minimum. The calculated value for B is safe. So B we have calculated as 60 mm and B minimum is 34.2 mm. So B is greater than B minimum, hence the calculated value for B is safe. We have to write this statement.